Ignoble as adjective. Not distinguished or prestigious. Low in rank or status. Not honorable or having a high moral character. Dishonorable or unethical. The politician was accused of making ignoble decisions that prioritized his own interests over those of the people he represented. The business owner engaged in ignoble practices such as exploiting his workers and evading taxes. The athlete was criticized for displaying ignoble behavior during the game, such as cheating and unsportsmanlike conduct. The soldier was dishonorably discharged from the military for committing ignoble acts of misconduct. The artist refused to compromise her artistic integrity for the sake of ignoble commercial gain.
Arrant as adjective. Utter, complete, unmitigated, without qualification or exception, absolute, unmitigated. An arrant knave he was, with no regard for the truth. She showed herself to be an arrant coward, fleeing at the first sign of danger. He was an arrant thief, stealing from anyone who crossed his path. The arrant fool thought he could take on the entire army by himself. The villain was an arrant rogue, with no conscience or remorse for his crimes.
Moment as noun. A brief period of time, an instant or a point in time. She felt a moment of panic when she realized she had left her phone at home. The musician savored the moment as the audience erupted into applause at the end of her performance. He knew this was a moment that would change his life forever, so he took a deep breath and stepped forward. In a rare moment of vulnerability, he opened up to his friends about his struggles with anxiety and depression. The photographer captured the perfect moment as the sun set behind the mountains, casting a warm glow over the landscape.
Kowtow as verb. To act in a servile or subservient manner. To show excessive obedience or deference to someone, especially a superior or authority. The leader of the country demanded that all visitors kowtow before him as a sign of respect. Despite his reservations, the employee felt compelled to kowtow to his boss's demands in order to keep his job. The diplomat refused to kowtow to the demands of the foreign government, risking the possibility of strained relations between the two nations. The singer refused to kowtow to the record company's demands for a more mainstream sound, opting to stay true to his artistic vision. The politician was criticized for seeming to kowtow to the interests of big business, rather than representing the needs of his constituents. Penurious as adjective. Destitute, impecunious, or financially impoverished, extremely poor, lacking money or resources. The penurious old man refused to spend money on anything that he deemed unnecessary. The company was forced to lay off workers due to its penurious financial situation. She grew up in a penurious household, where every penny was carefully accounted for. The couple lived a penurious lifestyle, saving every penny for their future retirement. The charity provided assistance to penurious families who were struggling to make ends meet. Guffaw as noun. A loud, unrestrained burst of laughter, especially one that is accompanied by a slapping of the knees or other similar physical reactions. The movie had some genuinely funny moments that made us burst out in guffaws. His loud guffaw could be heard across the room, drawing attention to himself. She couldn't suppress a guffaw when she saw the silly costume her friend was wearing. The comedian's jokes elicited guffaws and laughter from the audience. He tried to cover up his guffaw with a cough, but everyone had already heard it.
Ebullient as adjective. Boisterous, lively, and exuberant. Overflowing with enthusiasm or excitement. The successful business deal left the negotiators feeling ebullient. The ebullient host greeted the guests with a warm smile and a glass of champagne. The new employee's ebullient personality made him popular with his colleagues. The actor's ebullient performance brought the character to life on stage. The children were ebullient with excitement on the first day of summer vacation. Impervious as adjective. Not able to be penetrated, affected, or damaged by a particular substance or influence. Not allowing fluid to pass through. The soldier's training made him impervious to pain, allowing him to continue fighting. The vaccine provided an impervious shield against the virus, protecting people from infection. The raincoat was made of an impervious material that kept the wearer dry in heavy rain. The castle's walls were impervious to the enemy's attacks, making it a formidable stronghold. The scientist's research was impervious to criticism, as it was based on solid evidence.
Jejune as adjective. Juvenile or immature in nature, appearance, or behavior. Lacking interest, significance, or nourishment, dull and immature. His speech was so jejune that no one bothered to listen to him. The book was criticized for its jejune plot and lack of character development. Her writing style was considered jejune by many literary critics. The new employee's jejune approach to problem-solving was not well received by the rest of the team. The film's jejune humor was not appreciated by the mature audience.
Rash as adjective. Characterized by or prone to act impulsively and recklessly. Hasty and impulsive, with little thought or consideration given to the consequences. His rash decision to quit his job without a backup plan left him in a precarious situation. The rash driver caused a serious accident on the highway. Her rash behavior led to her being kicked out of the club. The company's rash decision to cut costs by firing employees led to a drop in productivity. He regretted his rash words, which had hurt his friend's feelings. Officious as adjective. Intrusive or meddlesome in offering unsolicited assistance. Overly eager or forward in offering help, advice, or services. The officious neighbor kept interfering in their affairs. The officious waiter kept coming to the table, interrupting their conversation. The officious employee kept trying to micromanage the project. The officious salesman wouldn't stop trying to sell them additional products. The officious security guard wouldn't let them enter the building without a pass. Docile as adjective. Easily controlled or managed. Submissive, obedient. The new puppy was remarkably docile, rarely barking or causing trouble around the house. The students in the class were very docile, sitting quietly and attentively throughout the lecture. The horse had a very docile temperament, making it easy to train and handle. The workers were praised for their docile behavior, accepting the changes to their work schedule without complaint. The prisoners were kept in a docile state with sedatives, making them easier to manage and control. Probity is noun. Adherence to high ethical standards. Honesty and integrity in one's actions and decisions. The candidate was chosen for their probity and honesty. The company prides itself on its probity in all business dealings. The judge's reputation for probity was well known in the legal community. The organization requires its members to uphold a strict code of probity and ethics. The politician's probity was called into question after allegations of corruption emerged. Flush as adjective. Having a rosy color or glow, especially in the face due to health, embarrassment, or excitement. Having a smooth, even surface without bumps or indentations. His face turned a bright flush of embarrassment. The new paint gave the walls a clean, flush look. The deck was built with flush edges, making it safe to walk on. The bird took off with a flush of its wings. The toilet is designed with a flush mechanism to clean the bowl. Empathetic as adjective. Having the capacity to be sensitive and compassionate towards others' emotions or experiences. Showing an ability to understand and share the feelings or emotions of others. Her empathetic nature allowed her to connect deeply with people's emotions. The therapist's empathetic approach helped patients feel understood and supported. He showed an empathetic response, listening attentively to his friend's concerns. The teacher's empathetic demeanor created a safe space for students to share. The novel's protagonist was written with an empathetic and compassionate portrayal. Emulate as verb. Imitate the behavior or actions of someone or something, typically in an attempt to equal or surpass them. Try to match or surpass the achievement of another person or thing. The young musician tried to emulate her favorite composer by studying his works and style. The company wanted to emulate the success of its competitors by adopting similar marketing strategies. The athlete was determined to emulate his father's success as an Olympic medalist. The fashion designer's new collection emulated the style of the 1920s. The student hoped to emulate her mentor's dedication to social justice by volunteering at a local charity. Cerebral as adjective, especially intellectual or mental abilities, refers to the brain and its functions. The book club members enjoyed reading cerebral works of literature, such as James Joyce's Ulysses. The scientist was known for his cerebral approach to solving complex problems. The art exhibit showcased cerebral works that challenge viewers to think deeply about the meaning behind the pieces. The film director's cerebral style of storytelling was praised by critics for its intellectual depth. The professor's lectures were often considered cerebral and required a high level of critical thinking from the students.
Temperance as noun, abstinence from alcohol or other substances that have the potential to be addictive or harmful. Moderation or self-restraint in behavior, especially in regards to alcohol or other vices. The religious order vows to live a life of temperance, abstaining from all worldly pleasures. The doctor advised her patient to practice temperance in his diet and exercise routine. The community center hosted a workshop on the importance of temperance in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. The temperance movement of the late 19th century aimed to curb the consumption of alcohol in American society. The politicians spoke about the need for temperance in government spending, arguing for fiscal responsibility and restraint.
Exonerate as verb. To acquit or absolve someone of guilt or fault. To clear someone of blame or responsibility for a particular act or wrongdoing. The witness's testimony was crucial in exonerating the accused. The DNA evidence exonerated the defendant, and he was released from prison. The company was exonerated of any wrongdoing in the investigation. The investigation failed to exonerate the suspect, leading to his arrest. The review of the evidence served to exonerate the plaintiff from any liability. Catalyst is noun. A person or thing that precipitates or stimulates a particular event or process. Something or someone that causes or speeds up a change, action, or event. The protests served as a catalyst for social change, leading to widespread reforms. The Internet acted as a catalyst for the rapid dissemination of information. The invention of the printing press was a catalyst for the spread of knowledge and the Renaissance. The introduction of smartphones was a catalyst for the transformation of the telecommunications industry. The scientific breakthrough acted as a catalyst for advancements in medical research and treatments. Ready to boost your English or ace the GRE? Meet the GRE Vocabulary app, a fun and effective way to master language. Learn advanced words with examples and audio. Master idioms, proverbs, and phrasal verbs. Enjoy quizzes, flashcards, and pronunciation tests. Customize your practice by difficulty or focus. Translate into 100+ languages with ease. Did you learn new words? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. Download now and start your journey to vocabulary mastery.